So even though I taught high school English, one of the absolute best tips I ever got for assessment and getting feedback for my students actually came from the AP bio teacher that was down the hall from me. So here is the thing. As we all know, AP students, they take a big AP exam at the end of the course. And it's really high stakes. It can lead to a college credit, all the things. So it's a really, really big deal to take those AP exams. So I found it fascinating when she said that she considered everything up until the AP exam to be formative. And so she allowed all of her students on any test to work in small groups. Now I know many of us have immediate alarm bells going off. We're like, no, you can't have them work in groups. You got to know what they know individually. But here's what I started doing. I started experimenting with that idea. And I would let them work in small groups if they wanted. If some preferred to just work alone, fine, go ahead, do your thing. But at the end of the exam, everybody would have to then turn in their exam. And I loved listening to them because they would argue back and forth about what the right answer was and why. And the back and forth led to deeper critical thinking. And as time went on, the critical thinking just got better and better because they were constantly feeding off of each other and debating on it and why. And these are the exact skills that we as English teachers are wanting. We are wanting them to dig into the text deeper. We are wanting them to reason on it and come to better conclusions. So this, honestly, it just became like a phenomenal thing for me to do with my students. Still, they had to do all the normal writing and all the things. And again, sometimes when they turned in their exams, they may not necessarily have agreed with what somebody else in the group said, and they decided to put in their answer. So it's not like they had to go with what the other group was saying, but at the very least, they were working on those critical thinking skills and those reasoning skills, and it just blossomed. And to be honest, their end of the year test scores for the state tests and the APs and all the things, they started going way up too. Make sure you steal this idea from me. And if you want more great ideas on assessment and feedback, I and about 10 other English teachers got together and we put together a fantastic podcast summit that's going to be available February 27th through March 1st. So if you go to the link in my bio right now, you can grab your free ticket, and when it goes live, you have 36 hours to listen to all the pre-recorded goodness that we are sharing about revolutionizing your grading and assessment practices.